All right, everybody. So I've been asked to show how Ugo works, and I figured I'd take one of the websites that we built recently for a project I need to do for my buddy Jason here with Old Dominion Public Adjusters. Good company. Just so you know, this website was built by our team over at the bum side. You can take a look at the site. It's not fully optimized yet, but it's well underway. This was brought to life in a few weeks and just gives you an idea of some of the quality work that can be done, right? But now the next thing is you have a website. Now you got to get your information out there. So we're going to go ahead and grab Old Dominion, their URL here. Actually, I had their URL scanned, but because we redid the website, what we're going to do is we're going to clear the scan. So we're going to start over so you guys can see what the process is. So I clear the scan. You can see here, it's going to clear in a second. There you go. Everything's empty, right? All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to rescan the website, right? So we hit rescan. And it's going to go through and it's going to go to the website and it's going to look for it. And what it's going to do is grab a bunch of information. Now, the information it gets is pretty in-depth. And I want to share that with you so you guys know exactly how to set it up if you do this. And this will work for any business. I'm using a public adjuster now, roofing company, laundromat, ice cream shop, yogurt shop, dog daycare, babysitting service. I don't care. It works for everything, right? I just did a coffee shop today, just to give you an idea. So what's going to happen now is it's going to go in and it's going through. So it takes a minute. Meanwhile, as you check him out, you can kind of see what's over here, like on his website. The better your website, the better the quality is going to be. But there is ways around that if you don't have a quality website. One of those ways is have us build your new website. Aside from that, there is actually ways that we can, get things working better. So what's going to happen is it's scanning your website. Now, imagine you have a hired marketing company. Hey, go research my brand. Tell me what to do. Like, tell me about my brand, because sometimes we can't even tell you what's up with our brand, right? So look, it's already telling me, okay, here's our brand DNA. Now, he had no testimonials on his thing. Sorry, let me go here and just check out Old Dominion Public Adjusters VA, right? And I can see if he's got some reviews here. So yeah, he's got 46 reviews, right? So let's go here. I'm going to show you how in-depth we get, right? So I'm going to go in here and I'm just going to go copy a bunch of reviews, right? Now I'm not going to do them all just to make this kind of quicker. I'm just going to grab whatever. Now there might be some bad reviews in there. It's possible. Not for Jason because they're so good. But point being, there might be. So I'm going to just say add testimonial. I'm going to drop them right here, paste them, and tell it to go extract. So what it's going to do is go extract. Now remember, the website is not updated, but if I want to analyze the website, we're going to hit analyze and it's going to get like a website score kind of thing. I don't know if I should ran those two at the same time, to be honest. One might fight the other. That is new to me, so we're going to test this right now. So as it's going through, you can see all his reviews and stuff that he has that are pretty cool. He's got his website that just got live. Now my team is going to go add the schema, go add all the other stuff that's part of the project that they're working on now that it's live. So if we go back here, you're going to see, yeah, so it's got like decent, but it needs to be better, right? No schema. You can see that's a big thing. And then the chat tools are off yet. So I had to get that live. So it's extracting the website. And what we're going to do, there you go. It's got all this other stuff and it kind of did overwrite that just so you guys see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rescan the website. This isn't that important. I'm just going to reanalyze it real quick just to do it. But what it's doing is it's locked in this information, right? Look at all those. And I'm going to make like a testimonial Tuesday and testimonial Thursday based on your website, right? Like depending on how much information you got. So this was the stage 1 analysis, right? Stage 2 foundation. Look, already got the logos. Doesn't always get the logos. I have to go in here and adjust a few things. So I'm going to just basically go in Old Dominion Public Adjusters, right? So I do that. I would obviously get in touch with him and make sure his markets and everything like that. But if he wants to add something, he could easily add it. I'm going to update his colors from his logos to be able to get a little bit closer, right? Because sometimes it hallucinates a little. So we got those. Let's throw a white in here too while we're at it. Then he needs something for a little bit of color. So I'm going to just throw in a red. Right, I'll probably redo this for him later to make it a little bit better. And I'm going to go in here and I could see what information it got. And then I just want to update that information, but it already got me some pretty good information. It's got brand values, right? Brand voice, visual style, and I could type in something else and go with it. Content strategy. Look at this. Pain points. In other words, what problems do you solve? And then what do you sell? And I'm going to kind of move up. Like I know he's a big fire guy, so I'm going to move this down a little. And storm damage is, water is probably more popular than storm. So I'm going to go with those right there. Whatever, carrier negotiation, preparation, whatever it might be. Educational video guidance. That's kind of cool. That's something different. I'll throw that in there. And I could go through and check out a slogan, what languages, maybe he wants to be Spanish, whatever. I can do that. Remember, I did no researcher. This is just coming in from the website. I'm going to go here to content rows, and you guys are free to scan your website, like free. Go in there, do it, right? I go in here, it's give me some suggested words. I'm going to ask AI to go deeper and get more words. So this is just so you guys see required words. Use them every time. Required hashtags. So for example, if I want him to have Ugo autonomous, right? I can have that in there, right? You see, gave me some, it also gave me restrictions, what to say, what not to say, right? So this is just basically setting your roles. Same thing you do with like a human, right? Damage document photos, yeah, IRC logos. So I can kind of move these things up or down. So maybe I'm going to move that one there. Brand color is okay. Professional trust imagery is okay. I'm good with that. Let me save that. Let's keep going, right? So let's go down to enhance, right? So he said local business. What we're going to do is we want local events, right? So it tells you like local downtown events, local traditions, things like that. I'm going to get some ideas for teams. I don't know what teams he likes. He probably doesn't know what teams he likes, but boom, I already got some things that he could relate to. So I go in here and do that. Now, if it was in there, I could say fireman. God, Jason, you like those firemen, huh? So you know what to say if they wear the hat. So here's like visual DNA. I could upload like his logo or something, but it already has a logo. But like, for example, his office or his mascot or something like that. I'm not going to because we're good. So we've locked in everything. We got this amazing deal. I can download and get this report that'll actually give me like a full report about his brand identity. Right there's your brand guideline, right? Now, let's say you're one of those companies that has a brand guideline. Go in here, upload your guideline. It's going to pick it up and merge it with this information. Now we're ready, guys. You know, I'm going to say train brand. And it's going to go in and it's going to create some images, right? Well, let's say I don't like these images and I want to start over because these are generated prior to our little updates, to be honest. So I'm going to just redo it. It's going to take anywhere from 1 to 4 minutes to go generate 9 variety styles. And we're training our brand. And what we're trying to do is figure out like what image does he want out there? What does he want out there, right? And this is the tuning part. This is the part that I tell everybody, like I've been doing this for 7 minutes and 45 seconds. This is the part that you got to spend a little time on and make sure that you get it right, right? It's very important that because this stage is probably the most important part of bringing in real what you want out there. People feel like AI images aren't good. I agree. If they're not prompted right, if they're not built right, they're not good. But if they are, they're amazing. And they give you consistency. So what we're going to do is look right here. So here, we look in, and I try to look what he likes. So this is more like the video guidance. You see the IIRC. You see the 3D render. You see like the vintage for like the old guys, pop art. You see some styles, right? Every business is different. So most home businesses are going to be up here in the top 6. And it's personal choice. Everyone's different. So I'm going to go with cinematic. I'll go with minimal, and I'll go with real. That's what I'm going to go with, right? And I just say confirm. And I'm going to confirm it. Now it's going to go through this stage. So those of you guys that have bared with me, you can do this for free. Go to try-ugo right here, try-ugo.com. Log in, run your brand. You can do everything I've done to this point. You can do for free, and you can actually generate your month of content for free and post for free, even entering your credit card. It's pretty awesome. And you're going to be able to do that without a problem. Now, if you want to unlock the blogs, the local pages, things like that, you pay $99, and that's okay. For those of you that want to, for those of you that don't, hey, no harm, no foul. Use a free one. It's okay. What are the restrictions? Everyone's like, what's free? Yellow Powered by Ugo logo on the bottom there. Help me help you, right? You put in the hashtag Ugo Autonomous comes in there for your hashtags. That's about it. Everything else is good. So look, I look at these and I decide, do I like, do I dislike? So let's say I dislike that. I like that. I'm not doing this like totally logically. I'm just going to kind of go with it. I got to get to 9 likes. This is like just like that old hot or not. I'm trying to get that brand tuned in. I'm trying to get that brand tuned in. But you saw how easy this was. Now we're going to go through 9 of those. And we're going to basically bring it out. I'm doing this in real time. Like you guys are free to forward a little here. I'm doing this in real time because I want you guys to understand how much is involved with setting this up. Because I actually tell people like 20 minutes the first time. I say 20 to 30 because if it's my brand, I'm going to spend 30. I'm going to get a little bit more detailed, to be honest. I'm going to go in and tune those words. I'm going to tune in some things or whatever, right? But you don't have to. And you can adjust as you go. You're not stuck with the one training. So I go in here and I go, okay, do I like this? Do I dislike this? So I'm like, you know, this gun thing's coming up a little too much. Not a big deal. I don't have to worry about that now. I just need to worry about the style and what I like and what I don't. So what I'm gonna do is I like that one, I don't like that one. And look, you guys probably have different opinions, and that's okay. But like the gun thing, I can go in there and say show water damage, show fire damage, show whatever, and update my brand identity to make it a little better. So we're more or less talking about the images. I don't have a proper lighter for this, so forgive me, you smokers out there that actually know how to smoke cigar. This is completely wrong, but whatever. So it's going to run through and do this. So now again, we're trying to like match something up that's going to go in post for us, right? So as it's doing this, you can see the images are popping up. Here we go. So yeah, I like that one a little. I like that one a little. I actually like all these, so I can say like all. And I'm trying to get the 9, remember, again. And look, you could dislike them all. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I tell everybody, go through this, find what you like. And if it really isn't quite there, go back, adjust those required visuals, adjust some of that stuff, and get it to go again, right? And it'll go again. So you don't have to worry about it. And to do that, you just hit this restart training. And then you're going to just basically start over. Not a big deal. And not the whole thing, just the images, all you're restarting. Pretty simple. We didn't load up any stock photos, or not stock photos, photos of his office or things like that, which that's helpful at times, right? And you could do that, but it's not a big deal. You see how long we're at 12 minutes, right? So look, a lot of this stuff. So I'm going to go do something different. I'm going to say I dislike these. I want to try to get it to get a little more variety. But now that I know what's happening, I'm going to change that in my required visuals and my suggested visuals a little bit. And I'll show you how to do that to tune it in further, right? Because some people are like, I'm having a hard time getting it right. No problem, guys. It happens. It's super easy. I'm going to show you. And this is why I said the 30 minutes, like that 10 minutes extra I should have spent on the front side instead of having to spend it on the back side. But I'm going to show you how to do it in either way. You could go this way or that way. It's going to work. So we go from there. I'm limited on my choices here. This is called Brick House. It's not the best cigar in any way, but when in Rome, right? So I'm going to go in here and whatever. I'm going to go with like, yes. I actually like that one. That one, not so much. Whatever. I lock it in. It's going to lock in my brand. I hit continue, or I could redo it. But what I'm going to do is lock it in. I'm going to show you a little trick here for those of you watching saying, hey, that was a lot like one way or the other. We're going to go into our content rules. This is probably the most important section. I'm going to drop this a little bit. I'm going to move some of this stuff here. I'm going to move the team photos up. I'm going to be like thermal imaging, macro, clean minimalist icons. I'm going to say fire damage inspections for homes, right? And I'm going to kind of slide this guy. They're not in exact order, but they do use some priority system here. So I'm going to tell you like kind of like get some things in there. I'm going to do water mitigation before and after photos, right? I'm going to move this up here. And I'm going to drop the team, actually. Let's move the water mitigation, fire loss, before and after property photos, right? And again, you guys know your brands. You have to figure out what you want. I mean, it could be like Happy Dogs or whatever. I don't care, like whatever. So I go in here, I'm going to save it. And I'm done. I don't have to retrain it. I could, but I know the software well enough where I don't need to worry about that. You do set up your integration and everything. You put in like your standards. This is like more for you guys that are on the paid plan, because it's going to let you build local pages, build more blogs, things like that. So you set in your standards. We link up to his platform. We test to see if his social media is connected, and then we sync to his social media. He doesn't have social channels yet integrated. We will do that. And that's what we're going to do there, but no big deal. We're going to go to our calendar now. And let's go take a look. So let's say he's got, what's his big things that he's selling? So let's just go with these top 4 for the heck of it, right? Boom, boom, boom. And month of March. This will be simple because there's not that many days, guys, but you can see I could just pick April as well. Brand awareness, getting messages. Driving sales is not so much for this the home service guys, unless you have something you buy online, like a course. I would say build community. Those are good things. And I can add a promotion, or I can add incentive, like 0% down, whatever. I'm going to create the campaign. I'm going to say, let's go. Look, guys, we're 15 minutes into this, right? 15 minutes. That's not horrible. I want you to think about how long your call was with your social media and how many times you've called them to improve your social media and to get it wrong. And is it worth putting in 15, 20 minutes? Because the one thing with Yugo might get it wrong, but once you correct Yugo, it will always get it right. And humans, Not so much. I employ humans. You guys know that. And I can tell you, not really gonna help you with humans. This is gonna be your best bet. So now what we're doing is we're building a plan. So what do you do after you get them to figure out the design? It's like, hey, I want you to build me a plan. And they come to you with what? They come to you with this little calendar. And maybe they come with something like this. Oh, we're gonna do chats, we're gonna do awareness, we're gonna do community. Oh, cool. So much thought put into it. Well, let's go to our plan. Check this out. Our brand identity, it knows it. Our campaign goals, we'll go ahead and get some strategic overview. Here's our post sequence that we're going to have. Here's day by day. So on the 10th, it's going to post this. On the 16th, it's going to post this. It learned all this for you. Everything's stitched together. You have to build a story because you want people to stay tuned into your network, not just like everyone's going for that viral video. That's still going to be you dancing and having, falling down and getting hurt or whatever, right? It's not going to be one of these posts. I'm being honest with you. What it's going to be is when people see that viral video, they go to you and check you out and they want to validate you. This is where that's going to come in. Consistency. You're trying to time when I'm sitting on the toilet doing this and your post being new and recent. And if somebody likes my post, guess what? It's going to show more of my posts. But if there are no more of my posts, it doesn't show them. But you need to make sure you post content once a day minimum. There's a upgrade where you can do twice a day, right? That's on the paid version again. So you have this over here, but either way, you got to get started. None of you guys have posted. None of you guys have posted this many days. So what we're going to do is calendar. Check this out. I'm going to say batch. I'm going to just take care of the full month. Now, in this case, it happens to be a few weeks or a week, but I'm going to tell it to go find some events that might relate to me. Now, this part, I know the team was working on. It should be better now, but we'll find out. It usually goes and gets anywhere from 2 to 20 events that are going on in that market in his target audience or whatever. So I should add more target audience, add more interest. So what happens is it pulls up more information. Also, you can add notes in here. So those of you guys that have experienced storms or something like that, this is where I would add things like focus on the March 10th storm in Kankakee. And I need to do that. So it's on 5 events, right? So it's like, okay, here's some things that could relate. So, it's got the home month here. So you can see like things that could relate. So I can say, oh, that relates. And I could type something here, whatever, right? And I hit create. So now when I hit create, you can see it's telling me I can move. It's going in, look at it. It's writing my copy. And we're 18 minutes and 29 seconds, right? It's writing my copy and it's going to create my posts. When it's done, I'll go to the batch button one more time and I'll say sync. If I say sync, and I'm going to check each of them, make sure they're okay, of course. But then when I hit sync, I'm done. My entire remaining part of the month is done. If I want to start April while it's working, I can just go down here and say, let's go do April. And I could come up with like, this month we're not doing this. This month we're doing this. This month we're doing that. And we have this and that. Easy to do. Continues. Now, of course, blogs and stuff on this one are, he's got a paid version. So I apologize. So I can actually show you this. So I can go into blogs while it's working. I can say, hey, what's trending? And we'll just choose these for sake of time. And I could say, claim tips for a historic home. Okay, sure. Let's write an article. Like I'm suddenly an expert on my subject matter. And look, it's writing an article. So it's already figured out 20% of that article. It's already figuring out things. You can see here on the bottom, that little pop-up that was there said, hey, we got the copy ready. We got in other words, copy means your print, what we're going to say. We got that ready. And we're going to go now build your images. That's on the side of the post, right? Not on this side, but I just want to show you that pop-up kind of letting you know what's happening or whatever. So yeah, I'm being calm about it because look, we just hit 20 minutes with me talking. So when I tell you guys around 20 minutes, like I'm building my month out, right? And whether there was 3 days or 30 days, it's about the same. Takes a few minutes more, but it's going to go ahead and do it. Now it's building my article. Just so you guys know, when I'm in this create blog session, this is going to be from your SEO. What I mean by that is your Google Search Console. This is going to be from your website and that you can generate topics. This is going to be from trending. So that's going to help you find the right stuff. So we go back here. My article is almost ready. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm an author and a programmer. You're going to see this right now. What I mean by that is any of you guys can be an author and a programmer because, you guys hear about schema, meta tags, et cetera, et cetera. Like, what does that even mean? You can see here, I'm not hooked up to Bums or GHL. You do it in WordPress. I just launched Wix. I believe like we're doing some testing, but it's there. So here you go. You have 10 expert claim advice. Boom, 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 boom. And if I don't like that image, I can easily ask it to make me a new image. Here's my SEO. Here's my schema. All that stuff that you're supposed to put. Here's my beautifully written article, right? And you post this with one button. Like I go here, I pick go high level. I would load his thing. I don't think he has a blog session yet. And then I would say publish now, and I would hit publish, and poof, I'm done. But you know what? When I do a blog, let's think a little further. Like no one's reading my blog. Nobody knows me. But I have a list, an email list. I wish I could share my blog to a bunch of people to get them to click on my website, to increase my SEO, to increase my attraction, to increase my awareness and my relevance. So what I'm going to do is write an email. So here's an email written using exactly what we already did, what I call a teaser blog. And then it's like the read full article thing. And I could just, boom, done. So you have your email, right? Now, if I wanted to, while this is happening, I can go in and build a local page. And I can build a local customized page. I can also build an ad for Google. I can also build a Facebook ad if I wanted to. I also have my media library. That's just where all my media shows. I can also have my SEO optimization. So I have to connect, of course, for that. Geo is something coming out soon. It's super cool. And if I want to talk to my consultant, I could talk to my consultant about what we're posting today, what we should do to get more traffic, what strategy pivot I should make. She's an expert. Let's go back to March and take a look, and then we'll wrap up, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. We're at 22 minutes, but you can see here it's starting to build stuff, right? So check it out. I built this Facebook post, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, GMB, Google My Business, Pinterest, YouTube, Threads, Blue Sky. That's like 9 posts that it's going to make. And when I say schedule, it's not going to make them all in this minute. It's going to stagger it out, and it's going to go figure out what's working. If I don't like this image, I'm going to go to create media, and I can delete the image and start. Or let's just say I want to change one thing about it. I can just hit refine and give it instructions, and I'll go refine it. So that's it, guys. I mean, it's pretty simple. When it's done, all I have to do is go ahead and just tell it to sync and post. And we're sitting at 23 minutes with me explaining everything, building a blog. I could have probably built a local page and all sorts of other stuff for you, building a plan out. And then now next month, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to April. I'm going to pick what I want to sell, right? I'm going to pick any offers, incentives, things like that, special promotions. I'm going to create campaign. I'm going to say, let's go. It's going to create the campaign. I'm going to hit batch, create my month. I'm going to spot check them all, make sure it's good. And then I'm going to say sync, and I'm done. And I promise you could do that in 20 minutes, any month, one time a month. So free with the little Google symbol, and some things are locked. $99 gets you a host of features. That's like a no-brainer for you guys. And you go from there. So that's kind of all you have to do, man. And it's pretty amazing. So go to try-ugo.com, scan your website, and check it out yourself. And if you like it, book an appointment. Myself, Liz, one of the gals, Sam, whatever, they'll get on with you, and they'll make sure. So here's my, plan again. Remember, this is my next plan for the next month. Boom, everything. Like what's happening on April Fool's Day. Here's what's happening. What's happening on, let's go to my birthday here, just so everybody remembers that's my birthday. What's happening over here? Boom. That's what's happening on April 17th, right? Everything is here, guys. This is well thought out. Amazing. We're at 25 minutes, and if I hit go, like my other month would have already been started. And you can do 2 months, so you can plan 2 months in advance. I tell everybody, and you can see it's just working away. It's building little graphics, and it's coming through and coming out with whatever. Now, if you don't like the graphic or whatever, you need to tune in your messages and figure out what you want to do. I wanted to use this. You can kind of see here. Here's a testimonial too. That's not a testimonial. Let me show you a testimonial real quick. Oh, he doesn't have his testimonials unlocked. I think that's my fault, guys. Let me go over here. I'm going to unlock his testimonials real quick. I'm going to go down here. So when your testimonials are there, let's call it Testimonial Tuesday and Thursday. Let's go ahead and save that real quick. If I go back to that same page, this is just like more and more. This thing keeps going, guys. I'm just telling you, it's amazing. In 20 minutes, you're an expert in it. Testimonials, we're going to need to create some. So I can go to testimonial posts and hit that. And I have to wait till this is done. but then I'll create my testimonial post. There's also a second post per day that you can do. So you can build a secondary post. There's also unique posts. Like I just want to build a post for today because something happened. I want to post something. You have that. There's just a host of features, guys. This thing is ridiculous. And I'm telling everybody, you gotta have it. Thanks for bearing with me. If you bared with me, go there, try it out for free, post for free. And if you want to, pay the $99 and get a host more, and we'll help you onboard it properly, set it up, and go. All right.